Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Roll20 Presents Tomb of Annihilation. This Froghemoth Temple is done. We're done. We're done with it, right? You're going to put it behind you?
Only 8 more to go.
All right. So, having obtained Kubazan's magical cube, you return to exploring town. So it's the afternoon, the late afternoon, going into the evening. So you've still got several hours of daylight. Let me just pop you over to the map. So still have several hours of daylight, enough to search through several empty buildings or whatever. Where would you like to go? What do you want to do?
What are these boys? Are they part of the?
Yeah, that's part of the compound. Yeah.
Okay, then I guess I'll head forward on this side of the highway would be the avenue would be my choice.
Yeah, like this big house here and these little.
This
cool
thing
guys.
could be another shrine over here. This doodad.
That has the look. Yeah.
It
Has
does.
the look. It's
I
got the
agree.
kind of look, yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
want to
let's
do
here
this whole
today,
side?
then-
Or
then go
yeah, how
back.
do we want to grid out?
I was just like this side of the avenue and then we just, come back.
Okay, so let me, Adam, I'm going to draw on this map. I hope you don't mind.
How dare you? Yeah, that's fine.
So this is grid 1, is this area. So we're going to search all this stuff first, and then we'll move on to the next section.
Oh, so we're going to be
Seems
crossing
reasonable.
back and forth over this raised avenue?
Well, or you can.
One time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, one time. Yeah, if we do these buildings today before nightfall, because there's only a couple of them, and then tomorrow try and make as much of the rest of the grid as possible, I think that's a good shout.
I bet this is a shrine too.
I'll fly. I'll go into it.
You're
Wait,
like,
what are you highlighting?
it's probably one over there.
Big
one in the
bubbling lava shit all around it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you wanna search the ones that you're in now?
Yeah.
Okay. I have a table for this. So let's see. If you are searching through a building, you need to roll. Yeah, here we go. Roll a d100. Yeah, Dave, you got it. Thank you. Okay, Dave, what's your passive perception?
Oh, 10.
It's 10. Okay, so Malik leads the way. I think we're gonna do it this way. If you're the one who made the roll, you're the one leading the thing, and if there's a bad or a
Okay.
good thing, it happens to you. So, Malik, you are
Change
looking
my-
through a building when
Oh, for fuck's sake. I mean,
you get grabbed by an assassin vine. So
Can you not?
you stumble into you're walking through one of the things, and you go to like walk into a new room. A vine that you go to step over snaps up around your leg and then quickly grabs your body and starts squeezing you. So you're gonna take some bludgeoning damage. You take
That's just
11
what-
damage.
Yeah.
And then what are you gonna do?
I'm going to teleport out of it.
Okay, sure. Teleport 30 feet away. Okay, yeah, you see it like writhing and kind of being confused. It constricts the empty air, and then like, I think Arcturus, you hear a noise from another room because you're a little split up, like looking through the rooms. You hear the sound of that popping sound that Malik's Misty Step makes, and yeah, you peer around the corner, you see Malik standing there. What are you gonna?
No,
Malik? What?
that's a bad room.
I lift my shield on my arm a little bit. Do we?
No, it's plants. And I look back. Is it slowly chasing me, or is it just chilling?
It's slowly like writhing after you, very very slowly.
It's like I point at it. I was like, we could just leave.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes.
really hate these things. Whoever invented them is a terrible person.
Perhaps. They're plants. They don't necessarily need to have been invented. They.
Have you seen how they resist my magic? Someone invented these.
Regardless, and we should go. So yeah, let's
Yes.
just leave, I guess.
Okay, all right.
Sounds good.
All right.
Warn everybody. There's assassin vines in their houses.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab back a second level spell slot by burning up some sorcery points as well.
Okay. All right. So now what?
Are we crossing the avenue, the boulevard of broken dreams?
Or walk a lonely
I was
road.
gonna say you can walk this lonely road alone because I'm leaving. So
have
is
enough
that the plan? You wanna cross the
It's
way?
the only road we've ever known, Adam.
Stop! Fucking stop! God.
How much we got left in the tank here, friends? Like spell slot wise and stuff. So I feel like crossing the
I'm
road
good.
could become a disaster.
I still
I'm-
have most of my like first and second level spells. I just don't have any third. So
Yeah, I'm basically fine. I'm on about
Okay.
half health with no hit
Short
dice.
short rest gets me back my strike thing. So I'm
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, let's try it, and maybe we'll send Ishii ahead to scout it out and
Yep,
be a
that
sneak.
sounds good. I'll go first.
I'm never searching one of those buildings by myself again.
No, get Ishii to do it. She's the best passive perception.
Yes.
All right. So the plan is to cross and then go into the next.
uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So as you you climb up the steps onto the raised boulevard, and you begin to descend. Ishii and I think Arcturus. Let me check real quick. Anyway, at least we'll say the two of you. You spot up here on one of these rooftops a humanoid figure, a cloaked figure holding a bow, crouched on the roof, looking down at you. And when you notice it, and it notices you noticing it, it jumps down
I'm
into
sorry,
the
Adam.
like
Which
off the roof.
rooftop did you say?
Down over here, this way somewhere.
That one? Okay.
Yeah.
That's
I-
pretty.
I guess
Well,
we had that
somebody
way.
saw us over there.
And it seems to have noticed you and then run, like it seems to have gone away from you, like it dropped down in between the buildings.
I bet you it's gonna go get its friends.
Perhaps. It didn't fire at us, but we should definitely head after it.
I mean, yeah, do you give chase or?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I think
Okay,
definitely.
so you want to like chase it off into these buildings?
Yeah,
Okay.
we definitely need to make sure it's not going to get
How,
friends.
how tall was the roof that jumped off of?
10 feet.
Okay. I was just wondering if it looks like quite a tall building. If it just like jumped off a really high thing and was like okay with
You don't
that.
have time to like think about it. It just jumped down and ran off.
Okay.
So you chase it. Little Fox, when they run, you run off too, like after them, because you're the fastest, so you'd lead this chase de facto.
Yeah, I will see that they want to chase, and then just like like she just catches up and overtakes anyone else that was running.
Okay. So you run into
pretty quickly.
you run into the alley. Can you make a dexterity save for me?
Yeah,
You
is
do have danger
is
sense
this
on this.
danger?
Yes.
Those big strong legs.
I get a 16.
Okay, so if it weren't for your danger sense, the bear trap in the alley would have snapped shut on your leg. So you're running forward. You notice it in the back of your brain, and you jump, and it like snaps off under your foot, and then you run off after them. I think you actually like do put your foot on it enough to trigger it, and
Yeah.
you're like whoop, and like run off and tumble. You like roll and keep running. The rest of you hear this snap sound, and the metal clang of the trap.
It like jumps up.
Yeah, exactly. Just because those things are terrifying, right? Like if you
Yeah,
have
they
little
have-
legs,
It's
it'll
really
snap
scary.
your leg. Yeah. And yeah, it looks like this thing left a trap for you in case you. And there may be more. But I think Little Fox, you see the figure, you see the edge of a tattered cloak like disappear around a corner.
Well, if I'm close and I know and like I have evidence that I'm close, then I just double up, like keep running.
Okay. All right.
Even if I'm leaving everyone else behind, I will chase this person down.
Okay. This person is much faster than you.
Than me, even.
Yes. Yeah.
Damn. Okay. They're
At least in this initial burst, they're getting away from you. Like you even at your speed, in this first sprint, they're getting away. Yeah. What do you want to do? And you're leaving your friends. You're going to end up leaving your friends like behind by 10 feet every time we move.
roughly which way am I chasing here? Is this like within the compound of buildings, or are we getting to the point where I'm like leaving this current set of
I think
buildings?
there's actual, rather than like do it, I think there's actually like chase rules. I think we've used these before.
I think there are, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, here we go. So instead of like we'll montage it, right? If you want to continue to chase. So they are the quarry, you are the pursuer. You can use the dash action a number of times equal to 3 plus your constitution modifier.
Yeah, so I think Little Fox is actually really good at this because she's got such good endurance.
So what is your number of times you can use it?
I have a con of 16, so my bonus is 3.
Okay, so you 6. So you've used it once.
Yeah.
Let me see this thing, because that might be the way you beat it, is in that particular.
It's just over a long enough haul. And then, yeah, my speed is 40.
Okay, so they have They have a head start. We're gonna do a little bit of chase math. So they have a head start of. Is this gonna multiply these for me? All right. So they were pretty far away when you spotted them. So they are currently at. They started at 110 at the distance from you. You were at 0. Your friends are at 0, and then they moved their movement rate, and this was the one where they like sprinted away from you. So let's see, that's 6, 120, so 2. Okay, and then you move 80 feet.
Yeah, every time I
if
dash,
you use
I'll
the
move
dash
80.
action. Okay,
Yeah.
and then Ishi, Arcturus, and Malik, you all have 30 feet as your.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So at the end of the first like chase round, you've moved 60 feet, Ishi, Arcturus, and Malik. 20 feet ahead of you is Little Fox, and then 230 feet ahead of Little Fox. This thing just like pours on the speed, and like dashes away. Now you can continue to chase it, but you may have to like find it. I might give it a chance to hide from you again.
Yeah, if it's got that much of a lead. I mean, I'll keep trying to chase for a little bit.
Okay,
'Cause
so I'm gonna
I
make
feel like Little Fox is stubborn enough that she would do this.
I'm gonna make a stealth check to see if this thing. Let's see. To see if you like lose it basically, and then this will let you decide. Okay. What Ishi? What's your passive
19.
perception? Sorry.
19.
Okay. So Little Fox, Arcturus, and Malik, you all lose the thing. You're like, where? There's no sign of it. Ishi, however, you spot a claw mark on the wall that looks like fresh. That gives you like you're like, that way. It's that way, and you can shout it ahead to Little Fox.
You're like, just left. Go left. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, everybody want to make are you all chasing it, or does anybody stop?
No,
I'm
I
following.
stop.
Okay, so Malik, you stop where you are. Okay, so Malik will stay at 60 from the point
Yeah,
of origin.
before we like get into windy alleys and I lose my way, I'm like, this is.
I would
Malik 60, Arcturus.
I wouldn't go outside of the boundaries of these buildings. Right? So we dash 60 feet forward. I see like Little Fox and Ishi going ahead, and I would like stop at the edge and basically like keep an eye, maybe try and climb onto the top of a building to get like an up. Like a
Okay,
look
so
from above.
let me just go. So Malik 60, Arcturus is at 60, Ishi is at 60, Little Fox is at 80, the prey is at 230 for this round. Okay, so Malik, you're gonna stop, so you stay at 60. Arcturus, are you chasing or no?
I'm climbing up to the edge of the building at the very front. I think it's a little bit farther than 60 feet
So
if
you
we started.
do stop, and you're gonna use your action to like climb.
I'm gonna use my action to climb and try and get like a vantage point.
Okay, so you stay at 60. Make an athletics check.
Okay. Meow. Oh.
Okay, so you try to climb a wall, but the walls around here are too crumbling, so you can't. Yeah, you can't
great.
get up there.
Awesome.
Okay, Ishi, what are you doing?
I'm trying to keep up with Little Fox, though it's absolutely impossible for me to do. And just like shout directions if I see anything or need to like call out anything.
So
I'm hot
down-
on heels as much as I can.
Okay, so you are going to use your dash action. How many? You get a number of uses equal to 3 plus your
3 plus your
con mod.
con mod. My con mod is 4. So
Okay, so you were at 7. You've used 1 now already. So that's
Yeah.
Ishi, and you're going to use another one this round. Okay,
Yeah.
so that makes Ishi at 120 feet.
yeah.
It's funny. That basically means that Ishi can like kind of keep up, but she has to like hustle way harder than Little Fox.
Mhm. All right, so Little Fox, are you also going to?
I'm gonna keep dashing. Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to take another dash action, and that puts you at 160 feet. This guy cannot double that. Can't do that again. So let's see. Yeah, and I think every turn they get a chance to like try and hide instead. So he's got enough of a lead. He's gonna I'm just gonna keep him where he is, and he's gonna make another stealth check.
Okay, so he's gonna try and like hole up.
If he ever beats Ishii's passive perception,
perception.
then he gets away essentially.
Sure.
Yeah,
but he has to make that stealth action.
My intention was to get on the roof and try and actively perception.
Correct. Yes.
So if I could do that next round also.
Yeah, basically, if you can succeed in an athletics check, then yeah, I'll give you that option because he's running
Okay.
through the like crumbly alleys and
I really like the mental image of this chase, by the way. We're talking a lot about the numbers of it,
Yeah.
but the idea of like chasing some shadowy cloaked figure through ruined like jungle crumbling cities is awesome.
Yeah, and like snapping back and forth between the two, and never knowing like if you're gonna run into monsters too, because this is like
Yeah.
not a safe place.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You're all crazy.
Okay. And Malik is reading a
into
book.
Yeah, there's a smash cut to Malik just sitting there like reading.
I'm
Sipping some
with
tea.
the old man.
Yeah, with the old timer.
Okay. All right. So next round, Malik, you're just staying where you are.
I think
Arcturus.
that's a yes.
Arcturus,
I
you
would
wanna-
attempt to get on the building. I'll
Okay.
go to a different part of the wall and be like, I can do this, please.
I can do this.
It's fine. Yes.
Okay.
Everything
This
is
time
fine.
you climb up. So next turn you can actively try to.
Okay,
proceed.
so I'm like getting to a place where I can like I'm going to the edge of the roof where I can like do this scoping out actively perception. Yeah.
Okay. Malik. Sorry, we got you. Ishi, you're just chasing again?
I'm dead sprint.
Okay.
Right
All
on,
right.
right on
So
back,
that's you're at 180 now. So you're like now you're like he's around here somewhere, right? You're within one full round of running, so you're just like looking, and there's more evidence of passage through here.
Okay, like stuff's disturbed.
Yeah, exactly. Little Fox,
Yeah, I'm gonna keep
same
sprinting.
thing. Give chase. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're halfway through. So so that's another 40 to 200, and then another 40 to 2. Okay, all right. So you bust around a corner and you see this cloaked figure, and I think that they turn, and it's like the night. It's like night is falling, right? It's the like
The twilight
hour.
hours.
That's right. It's golden hour, and so this figure spins. You see that it's wearing leather armor. Holding a bow in one hand. There's a quiver of arrows over its back. Tattered cloak. It has bare feet, and you can see that its feet are covered in fur and bend backward like a cat. And
I was gonna be like, it's a hobbit, but
no, and and when it turns, there's the flicker of the dying sunlight in its eyes, in the same way when you like shine a
yeah, like the mirrored cat eye. thing.
and it sees you and like hisses from the depths of its cloak. And I think knowing that it's caught, it probably, I mean, you're not in range to attack it or anything. So I think it has to decide because it hasn't done anything yet. So, oh, actually, no, you caught it while it was trying to hide. So it stays where it is. Okay. So what do you do when you come upon it?
And is this in like a dead end alley or something?
No, I think it was just in an area where it stopped to be like, okay, where am I going to hide? And then
Right,
you
and then
were
I come
faster
around.
than it expected.
Yeah, I think I don't have my hammer out or anything because I was like keeping my hands free to scrabble over stuff or whatever. And so yeah, little fox like puts her hands up to show that she's not like here to fight.
Mm-hmm.
And just says, "Who are you?"
Make a. Actually, I'm gonna make a roll. I have a roll for this. Okay, so you put your hands up and be like, "Who are you?"
Mm-hmm.
The answer is 2 short bow shots.
Oh,
So
come on.
It looks at you and it's like, and like fires off 2 quick shots. Both of which hit, I think.
Yeah, those both hit.
The thing is fast. So you, the second one crits because you didn't expect it. It's kind of a low blow. So you go. You take 6 from the first arrow and then 13 from the second.
So total of 19. Maybe
And then your prey runs away. So let's see when it moves, and it moves away hella fast. It's like a ginger and gray blur off into the distance. So it is running the fuck away. Okay, so Arcturus, do you want to make a roll to?
Yes, I would like
Okay,
to
keep
make
an eye
a
out.
roll to
Okay.
percept
Okay,
where
make
it's
a perception
going.
roll. Okay.
Vaguely perceptive, not really any better than.
Well,
my-
it's and the thing is, it's got to stand in now because Ishi's too far away to see the target because it's all like low down.
yeah, I'm just like.
Because Ishi's like almost 200 feet or 100 feet away from it now. But Ishi, on your turn, you're gonna keep running.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't catch up yet, so I
So
gotta at
this
least
this
gotta
time
catch up
this
with
time
Little
you
Fox,
do.
right?
So now you and Little Fox, you run up to Little Fox. Little Fox is pulling an arrow like out
Yeah,
of
she's
her.
just like snapping it off.
Mhm.
I think my response to that is like, "Ooh, now we gotta catch him," you know, like.
Yeah, and she's like pulled her hammer out, and now I'm gonna keep giving chase,
Okay.
sprinting after this thing.
All right, so you are gonna sprint after.
Well,
So for you, that's
bludgeon
another
speed,
80
yeah.
feet. Okay, so you again, same thing. You're fast, right? And if this thing had done 2 moves, it would have gotten further away. And so I'm gonna make another stealth check. It shot you, ran off, tried to hide. Let's see if Arcturus found it. Then this is it. Like you, Little Fox, you saw when you cornered the creature, like it's like breathing hard and like it's slowing down. And I think this is the last. Like, if
Yeah,
it can't
she can
hide,
tell that
this will
she's,
be
like,
this will be
wearing
the
it down.
the chase is over if it can't hide from you here.
Yeah.
I need to beat a. I'm just gonna roll. I need to beat a 16.
If I would have known that this was the end, I would have used my inspiration, but it's fine.
Yeah, well, I mean, you couldn't tell.
Oh,
Okay, so the tie goes in your favor because you're looking for someone hiding, right? So
yeah.
there we go. Okay, so Little Fox comes around the corner into a like overgrown
And I just,
courtyard. Little Fox can't see you. You have to shout, right?
Well, I don't know if I was thinking either see or hear. So if you can't see me, then I would yell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah, you see the courtyard from a distance. We get like the shaky cam zoom shot of the cat like diving into the brush. And then you what do you shout to
Yeah, what
Little
do you
Fox?
shout?
Like, he's in the bushes. Little Fox, you come out into this courtyard.
yeah. And so if I hear someone be like, "They're in the bushes," she just like beelines for whatever bushes she can seize and just like sweeps her hammer through the
Oh, no.
foliage, just like, and then it's just like getting in there, like hitting the foliage to try to like
Suss it out.
suss this thing out. Yeah.
Okay. Make an attack with disadvantage because you can't actually see your target.
I will attack recklessly.
Okay.
I love that it's like at disadvantage. No, recklessly.
16.
So you're like the first few swings, nothing happens, and then thunk, and you hear this like "Row!" as you like smash the cat with the hammer, and they jump up out of the brush, snarling and hissing and spitting at you, and like reaching for a short sword.
Yeah.
Now you this is a cornered animal. This animal does not want to fight you. So I
this
feel
when-
like backing
when
into a
I roll-
corner
I
and
roll-
pummeling it with a hammer is like a really mean, awful thing for you to do, and seems out of character for Little Fox. Just you do whatever you want, but like this would be like a
was-
thing that we would talk about your alignment later.
I mean, notably, I'm not raging, so
Yeah,
she
and
just
it-
is like,
it
been like,
doesn't wanna
"Girl,
fight."
get out of there," and then now it's got it cornered.
Yeah, do
And
you want?
she's
I mean, you could wrestle it to the ground, or
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna do the like non-lethal takedown thing. Well, I just
Okay.
want to catch
All right.
this little.
So I think its short sword like fell off in the brush somewhere.
Oh, right. So it's like going for it, and it's not
like
there.
looks for it, looks at you, and then goes ching, and like claws at your face. So it's gonna make a couple of claw attacks on you, and then you can make an attack to try to wrestle it. So as you approach it, your arms and chest and face get slashed on, but these are tiny.
Okay,
These
so
are
it's one hit.
1 hit for 3 damage. So just like slashes your face.
Yeah, and it's the whole thing of she's just like reaching out and like getting
all
clawed, but just like doesn't flinch
Huge
at all.
and
Just,
puffy.
yeah, just gets her hands in there.
All
And,
right,
like,
make an athletics check.
I think I will. Yeah, I'll just make the athletics check. I have a pretty good strength score.
Okay.
I rolled double fives. Excellent.
So you try to grab the cat person, and they like just squeeze out of your arms. Ishi, you
grab between my
come
legs
running
or
around the corner, and you see this as Little Fox is like scrambling to grab this little cat person, and they're not like it's humanoid, right? 2 arms, 2 legs, like walks around like a person, but they're short, right? So like taller than you, but shorter than Arcturus, Malik, and Little Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so Little Fox is like in a low crouch trying to like grab
Come
this
here,
thing.
you.
Whoa! We don't have to fight. Stop! I just want to talk. You just ran off really fast. It's really suspicious. Like that kind of stuff.
Make a perception or a persuade check.
Persuasion
Yeah.
check.
Like back where me and Malik
DC,
are.
let's call it DC 12.
Screw
Orcus,
it. I'll throw
whatever.
my inspiration into this. Why not?
Malik and Orvex are playing chess somewhere. Like,
Damn it!
all right. So
Winning, so I'm
nope.
cheating.
Now there's nowhere
think.
to run. This is the cornered into an alley. So the creature is like backed into the corner and just like hackles up, like hissing at you. Its cloak's hood has fallen back. It has graying black fur. One of its eyes is like cloudy and cataracted. There's a big like chunk out of one of its ears. It's missing some patches of fur, and its tail has like a big kink in it. It looks like an old cat, and it's in the back corner, like hissing at you. But it has nowhere to go. And it's
Can I keep trying to wrestle this cat?
yeah. If you want to just lunge at it.
This time, so like Little Fox is getting angry now, so I'm gonna rage, which will give me advantage on the athletics check. But she doesn't like have her hammer out. She's not trying to murder this thing, but she's like, oh, like come back, like pounds the ground and then rushes it. And I get a 17.
Okay, so you rush it, and it kind of like jukes one way, jukes the other way, tries to like escape you. Let's see if it can duck past you. It cannot. You come here, you, and like grab it. So what does that look like?
It goes to like juke me out, and then she just like punches the wall next to it, and it like looks, this like brick falls. It has to dodge that, and then it dodges right into her, like gut punching it to wind it, and then just like catch it by the head.
Okay.
And like hold it up.
Yeah, you have to hold it off the ground
Gotcha.
because it's like
Yeah.
kicking and scratching, and like.
And so then she's got like a hand around its torso.
Yeah.
It's
I
just, like,
think
holding
from
it.
where I am, I'm like, I think they've got it, Malik. We should probably. What are-
Malik's like sitting at the bottom of this tower or whatever.
Yeah,
Come
the
now,
chess-
let's go. And
The chess game in my head. I'm losing because he's probably smarter than I am, so I'm cheating.
Nice.
great. Well, I would suggest
Pieces
that
are
we
just, like,
start moving
moving when it's
forward.
Yeah. So he like, I think at one point, like right as you're saying this, he looks up from the, I imagine it's like a prestidigitation like board. This is all just for funsies.
Yeah.
It's like your magic chessboard. He looks at it and he looks at you and he says, "You know, Malik, I don't think the sorcerer moves that way." And then the board vanishes and he's like,
It's like
Next
sorcerers
time.
move however they wish to.
and then you misty step away.
I'm immediately thinking, my brain just immediately went, Medivh cheats.
Right. And
Yeah.
so you leave, like you head off, and he stands up from the rock you were sitting on, and he just looks after you, and he's like, and like follows. So eventually this cat person stops freaking out, right? Eventually runs out of energy, and he's just hanging there. You're holding it by the scruff of the neck, just like a foot or two off the ground. He's just hanging there, like, and like growling at you, basically, as the group of you approach.
Oh,
Okay, so what do you think? Can we talk now?
Yes. Put me down. This is undignified.
Yeah, and Little Fox like sits it down on some like fallen piece of stonework, and then like crouches across from it and is just like looking at it in the eye. You know?
And he shakes his head and he like licks his paw, like he's cleaning his head, and he says, "You can't have it. It's mine."
What?
Can't have what?
Don't play coy with me, kobold.
oh, you got one of the riddle boxes or whatever they're called.
Puzzle cubes?
Yeah.
You have one of the question spheres. And he looks at you, and his one good eye kind of squints. He's like, "You can't trick me. I know why you are really here."
Oh yeah? Why is that?
Wait. Are you V?
What?
Oh, sorry. The guardhouse. At the beginning, there's a note. You know, Eric, I've gone in search of the 9 shrines. V. I just wondered if that was. But
So
no.
he stands up and he walks over to you, Arcturus, and he like gets his face near you and he just goes,
Not for eating. No. Bad.
and
Bad
he's
kid.
got only one like front fang, and he turns and looks at you.
I think Arcturus does that thing that is like when Azaka like does. It's very much like.
And he says, "So you're not here for the King of Feathers."
We don't know who that is.
In the guardhouse, it said on the wall, "All hail the King of Feathers." Was that you?
He shakes his head. The King of Feathers is not to be hailed, but to be hunted.
It's not one of those. I think we do know the name now of what
The
the swan
Eblis?
creature's called. Right.
The Iblis was in the 9.
Well, what are you? Okay, so hold on. What creature are you referring to?
I'm referring to like the big swans that were like protecting the exiled queen's palace.
They're Iblis, and they're cranes,
Iblis.
not swans.
Oh, sorry,
Iblis.
my
Yeah,
mistake.
the Iblis were in the story that
So you say that's not an Iblis, is it? That's what you say?
No.
He says,
Yes, that is what I say.
"No, fools. Have you seen in the jungles the great thunder lizards? Enormous heads, terrible claws, tiny little arms."
Wow.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Killed a couple.
The King of Feathers is like their god. Greatest among them. Huge and terrible, and I aim to kill the beast.
That sounds like something you could probably use help with, though.
He scowls. "Never. I do it alone or I die trying."
Why?
He looks around. He says, "I wouldn't expect you to understand. You're just a kobold."
I also don't understand. And then I like sheepishly like trail off.
And when he talks shit about Ishi, this is where Little Fox just like picks him up again to remind him that like, no, you're shit. Just and like sits him back down and just
"Get
like
your hands off me, you hideous ogre."
Ishi is not just a kobold. And I'm not an ogre.
"I could put a pair of pants on a pineapple and it wouldn't make it a man."
Why would you?
You're right about that. Definitely not a man. But more interested in this whole King of Feathers thing, and also the thing that you said before where we couldn't have a thing, and that implies that you have a thing. Little Fox, you want to just hold on to him for a sec?
Yeah, and she just like puts out hands onto his shoulders.
You go to, and he scrambles away, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he looks at you, and he says, "All I have is what you see." And he gestures, and then he realizes he doesn't have his sword. He's like, "Where's my sword?" And like walks over to the bushes and starts digging through it.
So what did you mean by you can't have it? What can't we have?
"The glory, idiot!" And like pulls the sword out of the bushes, and shakes some leaves off of it.
Oh, the glory. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, Ishi
Yeah.
already has very much glory. I don't.
It's true. I
Well,
hear you.
look elsewhere. The King of Feathers is mine.
Whereabouts is the King of Feathers in the city? So we stay away from him, you know.
You can't
I
trick me.
personally don't want to fight any more of those large-headed, small-armed creatures.
Good.
I remember my favorite tavern is the Thunder Lizard Tavern.
You should go back there.
What? So tell us where is it?
Just
And
like,
also, if you knew where it was, you probably would have gone there already. So you probably don't even know where it is.
yes, I'm sure that's how it is.
Darn.
And he looks around and he says, "Are you going to let me go?" And you can see like he's got his hand on his sword, like, I don't want to have to fight you, but I will.
I mean, we got no reason to hold on to him, right? I say, like, looking at the others, like, why am I the negotiator here? You know.
Yeah.
And then I say, but if you could tell us anything about like nearby, that'd be great. We're looking for more of the shrines.
He says the shrines are places where you can find only death. Except maybe
We killed one of the things.
And he says,
Big frog.
except maybe one of them's meant to be an arena. That one might be worth visiting. I steer clear of the places. Trickery.
So are you only here to kill the big feathered creature?
He nods. He says, that's right. I've come here to kill the King of Feathers or die
And-
gloriously trying.
And
You
then
know-
what? You're just going to go tell everybody that you killed the King of Feathers and expect them to, I don't know, to sing your praises.
Make an
eternally.
insight check, Arcturus.
Oh, okay. Where's my insight? Here we go.
Oh, no. He intends to die. He's come here. He's an old hunter, right? And then you put it together. You're like, oh, there's no way he could kill that thing alone.
Right.
He wants to die gloriously, and you realize that because you're like, and then what are you gonna do? And he just kind of like closes off a little, like,
Oh. Well, I could help with that. 2.
and he just looks at you and he says, "I'm done with you fools." And
Ishi is a glorious duelist. Dying against her in battle would be quite
Whoa, what?
he unless someone makes a grab for him, he like dashes off and clambers up a wall.
I'm not gonna stop him this time. Like
I would like if someone was going to, I would just be like, yo.
So he clambers up to the top of the wall, climbs up the roof, and he looks down at you and he says, "Stay out of my way. And if you find the King of Feathers, leave him for me." And then disappears with a flutter of his tattered cloak.
Sure.
Honestly, if it was as big as the other ones that we've seen, it wouldn't even be a search. You just see it above the tops of the houses.
Oh, unless it was sleeping or lying down.
Yeah.
The man wants to die. This is a place where there are many opportunities to find it.
That's quite sad.
You okay, little fox? I saw you got you with some arrows.
Little Fox has like a claw mark on her face.
Yeah, and she's like fishing around in her shoulder for an arrowhead and like gets it and like does kind of one of these faces and then like pulls it out, looks at it, and then just like flicks it away,
Ugh.
shrugs.
I would like reach over to Little Fox and be like, do you, and be like, do you want some magic on that? Or
Yeah, she literally just like shrugs, like she kind of notices the other arrow and is like, huh, okay, and like pulls that one out.
here,
but, like,
here. No, you're going to hurt yourself more. I will here, and I'll
I want to look around at like the little area that we found ourselves in. Does it seem like it's going to be an okay place to camp? Because we've gone quite like deep in.
Have
Yeah.
something.
I mean, I think you probably ended up finding yourselves like back down here.
Okay. Yeah,
and-
if it's like this little courtyard or whatever, then that's probably a decent place to stop.
And you don't like night is falling. You don't have any more time to search today.
Exactly.
Okay, so you want to rest?
Yeah, that's
Try to
what I say
find
to everyone.
someone. Okay. Where? There's just like rubble and ruins around. Someone can make like a survival check if you want to try to find a good place to camp.
Little Fox
I guess I'll
can
do
or Malik after I like, here you go.
Yeah, I'm not the survival check
Nice.
first.
I got
Okay.
a 20.
All right. So you find somewhere to rest. Everybody settles in. What's the food and water situation? You drink from the mayonnaise jug.
I cannot create food tonight because I used all my level 3 spells.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
mayonnaise
ration.
Okay. Somebody needs to feed or Vix. Feed Orcus.
I can't do that.
I have a random ration that I can just delete out of my inventory.
Give him
Okay,
that.
yeah, because I'm normally feeding.
Because you're normally feeding me. I have like one.
So yeah, Isha, you hand it to him, and he says, "Keeping up with you folks is going to be difficult. Thank you. I hope I can pull my weight."
Yeah, well, your weight is now 1 ration worth.
Then he weighs it in his hands. He says, "I think I can handle that."
Also, the amount of what it took to peel you out of that wreck, So
And he
work harder.
he squints at you like.
It's not
Yeah.
just an easy exchange of weights. We're traveling together.
And then Orvex looks at you and he says, "It's just a figure of speech, Arcturus. You really are from the bottom of the ocean, aren't you?"
Well, it's not.
He walks away as you're like, technically.
Yeah, I put my hand on his shoulder and I just like nod. Solemnly.
All right.
One of these days I'll have to.
So
take
the
you out.
rainy weather continues through the night. You all get a long rest. Your rest is not interrupted.
So we get half of our level back in hit dice.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And Orvex is a non-combatant. You could have a talk with him and like ask him to fight. He's not like terrible at it, but as long as I'm not reducing XP for him, he just will run in every fight.
That's
No,
fine.
we get
He's
it.
not really on your team.
It's just extra work for you. We'll just leave it.
Okay, so everybody gets 1,475 experience for today. 1,475.
That's frog XP and cat chase XP.
XP for the day. Yep.
There you go. It's a number.
I don't think we're any of us at the same.
No,
XP
now you're
level.
all off. Yeah.
Well,
That's all right.
That's for chat then, I guess.
There you go. Yeah.
Roughly.
I mean, it's also you have a built-in calculator, so it's good. Okay. All right. So the next day, you can set out into Omu. So do you want to start by searching the area that you're in now that it's daytime?
Yeah, why
Yes.
not?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Roll.
The
Nope.
die of fate.
Someone roll a D100, please.
I mean,
search this
isn't
building.
we determined that
I
Ishi was
got
the
it.
one that
I
was
got
going to
it.
be?
I got it.
All right. I mean, it won't always be.
Damn it.
Ishi's
There.
leading the way.
Okay. So you search this area, and this seems to be assassin vine country. Ishi, you have a high enough passive perception that you don't have to. You're like, oh, these buildings are like you wake up and you.
I'm
search,
like, all right, I'll take a look around. Nope.
yeah, right.
Nope.
Like you came here when it was
Nope.
dark and you all rested, and then you were fine overnight. But when the lights, like the sun comes out, and you actually get a good look around, you're like, wait a second, this whole place is covered in vines. Let's get out of here.
Back up the camp. Don't go that way, or that way, or that way, or that way.
All right.
Now that we're down here, might I suggest we detour slightly from our plan and check this building and like maybe even this area and see what the deal is with the bridge?
You want us to stand above the roiling pool of lava?
And if you're
Yeah.
scared, then you don't have to.
I'd rather not.
It's a pretty cool
personally.
place to stand with your like arms over your head, shouting about how cool you are.
I'm not fond of that stuff. It reminds me of that
I mean-
woman. Do you remember that woman in Quaoth? That trader in Nyanzaru? The
No idea.
smell of her.
Yeah, I remember her.
I remember
Blech.
she was hot.
Yeah, I think we should check that place out because we're not gonna come back down this way in our little sweep, so we'll miss it if we don't.
That's my thinking.
Okay, so you want to head out towards that building?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a little Lego hut.
So when you leave here, basically right when you come out, you hear the sound of drums. You see thum 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 thum, this like repeated drumming sound, and you see out on the cliff a group of I don't know, like 20 maybe of these like little figures. You recognize them. You see them, the veggie pygmies. You see a group of them, and most of them are standing on the little overlook out here. They're standing on that little thing, and they are they're like kneeling and like performing some kind of ritual. One of them is playing a little drum made out of the top of a mushroom. And lying on the ground, wriggling, trying to get free, you see a small green grung. He's tied up, and in front of him, one of the veggie pygmies wearing a big like headdress of fronds it seems to be is like waving a stick, like a rattling stick back and forth, and like chanting, and the other ones are like, ooh, they're doing the Ewok thing, and they seem to be preparing some kind of ritual.
Arcturus, if you use Gust, you could push all of them off.
So hold on, before we decide what to do, we're due a break, so let's take one. And when we get back, you can decide if you want to interrupt the Veggie Pygmy ritual here before the mouth of the lava pit. So don't go anywhere. We have one more hour of Tomb of Annihilation when we get back.